nearly every school requires that kids from age 4 to 17 get an annual physical exam or a well check. Now that well check could include anything from vaccines and more to ensure that our kids are growing healthy and strong. Now here to explain why now is the time for you to schedule that back to school exam is Dr. Theresa Nguyen. How are you?
Great, thanks Brandy. Yes, the American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommends that parents bring their children once a year to their pediatrician for an annual physical exam. And what's involved in that exam? We check to make sure that the immunizations are up to date. We check the child's physical health as well as their emotional health. We talk about subjects as their nutrition, exercise, and sleep. Oh, very, very important, sleep. Right?
That is important.
Near and dear to my heart. And I hope that all the children out there are practicing their school sleep schedule instead of their summer sleep schedule.
So I was going to ask you that, so that is important to get them on that early.
Absolutely. So we don't recommend doing it the day before school starts. I usually recommend 1 to 2 weeks before school starts. So what's the recommended sleep for children of school age? School age children should get 9 to 11 hours of sleep. Wow. So yeah, 9 to 11 hours of sleep a night. So that's for elementary school and middle school students. And then high schoolers, believe it or not, 8 to 9 hours. So what's the litmus test for it? I usually ask my patients, if mom and dad get you up in the morning and you can pop out of bed pretty quickly, you've probably gotten enough sleep. If you're like, no, don't wake me up, and they have to come back 3 or 4 times, you probably need more sleep and you can't sleep longer in the morning. So then I would recommend that you go to bed a little bit earlier. And why is sleep important? Sleep is when you actually physically grow. Sleep is when you get to put everything that you learned in school back into your memory files in your brain, okay? And sleep is when you actually rest your body so that you can be at your maximal performance in sports.
So I'd imagine this is a pretty busy time for you, right? It is. What is included in this back to school exam, and how is it different than a sports physical?
So a sports physical, they're just checking out basically physically, the joints, the whole body, but they're not doing the social emotional part of development. They're not checking immunizations. There's nutrition. They talk some about nutrition and sleep in sports physicals, and they want to make sure that there's nothing that would, there's no conditions such as heart conditions that will keep you from doing sports. But really, honestly, in kids, very few conditions would keep you from doing some kind of a sport, okay? But the normal annual physical is more comprehensive than the sports exam. So I know that sports exams are often offered at urgent care centers, but the reason you want to go to your pediatrician is much more comprehensive.
So why is it important that parents update their kids' shot records before school?
Because there are many diseases that you can get that you could be sharing with the population at large if your immunizations aren't up to date.
Okay, so why should this check, I think you kind of touched on it, this should be parents' priority. Why?
You want the best for your child, right? You do school, sports. This is part of the whole health package, getting them checked out. And it's not just the physical part. There's a lot of behavioral and emotional well-being of your child. And when you have a pediatrician who's known you ever since you were little, the youngsters are much more likely to open up to their pediatrician if there's issues that maybe they don't want to talk about with their parents even. Okay, so yes, your pediatrician is your medical home. Come see us once a year at least.
So great information. Tell everybody where they can find you.
I am at GBMC Pediatric Group at the Greater Baltimore Medical Center in Pavilion East.
All right. Dr. Nguyen, thank you so much for that information, and thank you for being such a good patient.
Thanks, Alexa.